It is in this particular context that I want to place cross-cultural hermeneutics. Cross-cultural hermeneutics is the attempt to traverse cultural boundaries and enter and understand the horizon and worldview of another culture, sometimes quite foreign to our own. We know from Heidegger and Hans-Georg Gadamer that we understand because we are already in a hermeneutic circle. But how do we understand something that is foreign to our circle? If a Westerner, for example, attempts to understand the various meanings of the Indic word dharma, which is variously translated as law, duty, right, meaning recht, right as a ritual, way of life, etc., it quickly becomes apparent that the word has meaning only within a cosmological moral framework that is quite different from the social world of the modern West. We are involved here in a meaning holism that requires us to understand a social whole alongside any particular concept and to deploy again the hermeneutic whole-part dialectic where each sheds light on the other, the part on the whole and the whole on the part. Raimond Panikkar defines the particular hermeneutics required in the case of cross-cultural understanding as a diatopical hermeneutics, because we are trying to bridge the distance between two or more cultures which have different horizons of intelligibility, in Greek topoi, and different worldviews. There is a whole set of epistemological and moral political conditions for such understanding, which I hope to elucidate in this presentation. I shall do so, however, through three historical epochs, three historical moments in the trajectory of cross-cultural hermeneutics. The point of this historical exercise is to illustrate negatively, by default as it were, the requirements, both formal and material, of cross-cultural hermeneutics. So in the first part, I want to just comment very briefly, because of lack of time, on a few aspects of Hegel's encounter with India. There are perhaps four interrelated features of Hegel's Orientalist narrative, which from this perspective I wish to highlight. One, Hegel's unquestioned and triumphalistic Eurocentrism. Second, his stance towards otherness and difference. Third, the temporal and spatial distancing of Indian culture and its consignment by Hegel to an archaic past. And fourth, the particular relation of the knower to the known. So, first point, Hegel's Eurocentrism. It is easy to show, but I do not have the time to do it, that Hegel is a highly Eurocentric thinker. I said that at the beginning of my remarks. What is fascinating, however, in as rigorous a thinker as Hegel is to observe the way in which such Eurocentrism is both explained and legitimated. Logical system and historical development are perfectly fused in Hegel's thought. Philosophy, therefore, not only has a history, it is its own history. So that the sequence of philosophical systems in Hegel's philosophy of history mirrors advances in developmental logic. Absolute spirit, which is Hegel's key concept, both the telos and the ground of Hegel's system, is both all-comprehending and, in the process, self-comprehending. The self-transparency thesis that, again, I would need to explain more fully. And this consummation of spirit in history is modern achievement's unique achievement. In Hegel's metaphor, the sun may rise in the east, but it sets in the west, and it is from the west that the owl of Minerva, the symbol of wisdom for Hegel, spreads its wings.